What's up, y'all? It's your girl. I'm gonna talk about the time I technically committed academic misconduct. I got paid to do some guy's assignments. So let's call this guy Devin. You, Devin. So for one of my business courses, we had a project that lasted the entire semester. Devin was part of this project, and first things first, mans did jack shit. And I absolutely hated him for it. He decided that he didn't want to do this one quiz that was worth 2% of our final mark. Me, being the broke-ass bitch that I am, said that I could do it for money. And this is when I realized I could get rich. When the group first started working on the project, and while Devin was doing nothing, except for the part where he was trying to get too many details of my personal life out of me, he decided to ask me how my progress was going along for this one report due next month. You see, both Devin and I are repeating the course for our own reasons, his being that his mark was too low to progress in his program. He said that last time he didn't even hand the report in. Jesus Christ, Devin, that's like 20% of the mark, what the hell? So I took the offer. A few days later, we get the mark back for the project we were working on at the time. No, not the report he paid me to do, and we got a mark lower than what we were aiming for. Devin decides to blame me and cuss me out in front of the entire group, saying shit like, "Didn't you get an A on this last time?" I'm out here trying to be calm and telling him not to blame anyone, when in reality he shouldn't even be talking. This typed like 4 sentences the day before it was due, but suddenly it was my fault. He then goes to privately ask me how the progress for the other report was going. I'm already feeling bitchy about how he blamed me in front of my entire group like that. Girls gotta have revenge, you know. I start being all, "Oh, I don't know if I have time. We have the midterm tomorrow. I have another one next week," with full knowledge of Devin being absolutely incapable of doing this one solo project on his own. Which I have to ask, how the did he even get into this program? Devin gets real desperate, begging me, "If it's the price that's the problem, I can raise it up for you." You see, when I realized that I could emotionally manipulate someone for money, it was game on for me. Like classical conditioning. Every time Devin acted up around me, I'd raise the price of the report. This kind of got to the point where I raised it up more than double of what he was supposed to pay. I ended up doing the report 2 days before it was due, right in front of him in lecture. I'm talking full citations, full formatting, diagrams, Gantt charts. After I was done with this, and his ass in general, I met up to hang out with this one guy, and I ended up complaining to him about the whole situation. Let's call this guy Lucas. I was annoyed yet again with Devin, since he was bothering me, so I screenshotted our conversation and sent it to Lucas. Turns out Devin was also in Lucas's lecture right now, and also annoyed the ever-loving shit out of him. So payback was about to get more fun. Just to recap, both Lucas and I know Devin, but Devin doesn't know that we know each other. Side note, it makes it even harder for Devin to know that Lucas and I know each other because we both go to different schools. Side note, Devin goes to both schools because he is in a double degree program, which is why he knows the both of us, but he definitely should not be in double degree based on the quality of work he spits out. He's only good at exams because he has all the time to study from not doing his work. He starts going up to Devin and asking him things that he should definitely not know, like asking Devin if he owes any money, which he does, and starts taunting that around him. And then when I start egging Devin on for the cash since it was past due when I was supposed to get it, he sent me this one YouTube clip of Family Guy. Annoying act, so I send Lucas the clip. The next day, guess what Devin sees when he walks into his computer science lecture? Lucas playing the clip. Basically, every time Devin acted up, I sent Lucas screenshots. And Lucas would mention something that he wasn't supposed to know to Devin. Devin would annoy me and the cycle restarted. Except every time, Devin was more and more convinced that he was getting hacked. We had a couple more shenanigans, like the time when Devin was annoying me to write the rest of his essays for the term outside of the one business class we shared. Apparently, Devin was also annoying Lucas and gloating about how high his midterm mark was. We all know why. And Lucas pulled the gun on this guy. And now Devin was panicking and thinking that Lucas was hacking him. Oops. I was out here pointing out and covering for Lucas's inconsistency errors and telling Devin it was all a big bluff. You know, to keep making Devin think that he was going crazy and not that 2 people in different schools and opposite programs have teamed up to scare him as payback. He got the final mark for a long-term project back. He tried to pull some trick-ass bullshit and get a refund because it's not as high as what he wanted it to be, and even complained that the first time he took the class, his group got him an A. for free. Firstly, you can't get a refund on something that's not solely my work unless you also pay the other group members, which you didn't. And secondly, why didn't you do well in the first time, huh? Not handing in that report worth 20% of your final mark came back to bite you in the ass, didn't it? After the final, he was still trying to bother me, so I ended up blocking him off of Facebook and thankfully never talking to him again. Maybe in the future I'll talk about some more stories, maybe about other people in that business lab who knew what was going on, or God knows what have you. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of this channel, hit the subscribe button down below. If you want to suggest another life experience for me to talk about, leave it in the comments down below. See you all in the next video. Peace!